Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I've been willing to do this video for a long time now, and today is the day. I'm going to talk to you about Emirates recruitment. I know there have been a lot of people have been asking me a question about it, so I'm going to talk to you about the open day that I passed. I know that there are a lot of videos out there that are explaining to you the recruitment in Emirates. Everyone had a different path because everyone was recruited at a different time. I was recruited 2 years ago, and the system has completely changed, but I will still tell you in my experience what happened to me. So if you are interested about this video, just stay tuned, and if you're not, I'll see you in the next video about my vlogs, and let's go. So I wrote down on the paper because it's a long way to the open day. So what happened is, like before, I don't know if Emirates does that anymore. I don't think so, because I heard that now the recruitment are by internet. I think it's by a Skype. So I think you need to apply on internet. You need to go to emiratesgroupcareer.com, and then you need to, I think you need to drop up your resume and some pictures, and then you'll have like your interview on Skype. That's what I heard. I'm not sure. Everything will be written on the website. Now, what happened to me 2 years ago is that Emirates used to do open days, so they used to come in different part of the world, the big cities, and just say like anyone can come. You just need to come with a resume and pictures. So yeah, I think you needed to have a resume and the pictures, and then you can come to that day and drop it off. So that's what happened to me. The open day that I passed was in Disneyland in Paris. Actually, they booked like a hotel, so it was next to one of the Disney hotel. So I went there with one of my friends, and I remember that day I didn't really thought I was gonna go, and I just thought I'm just gonna try. And then I told my boyfriend, like, you can meet me at 10 in the morning and we'll go to Disneyland after that. But that didn't happen because I went through the whole process. So when you go to the open day, you need to go early. So usually I think the open day opens at 9 in the morning, and what I recommend is to go early. I don't know if they still do this, but if you have in the future an open day, just go early, and then you have a long queue. For us, I think it was 200 people that day, which is not a lot, because here in Dubai I heard that open days can be up to 1,000 people. So you come with your CV, and literally you need to be well dressed. I was with a skirt and a white blouse, you know, like how they want you. I had my hair like well done, red lipstick. You need to look at how Emirates looks like, and then I was like trying to copy it. And you literally have 5 seconds. Just you drop up your CV, and that's it. And then you wait outside. So once you gave your CV, you will have to go outside and wait, and then and then they will call you by name. Either you succeeded to the next process, or either you go home. So once they've done that, they will give you, each name will have like a number, and then from now on you will see every time if your number is through or not. So then they divided you in 2 groups. And the first group goes in a room, so you're seated in a circle, and they paired you as 2 people, and they gave us, for me, they gave me like a picture of an apple picture. So I had an apple picture, and I had the job description was a photograph. And me and my friend, me and the person that I was with, we had to combine the photograph with the apple. So to associate those two, what would you do with it? As a photograph, what would you do with an apple? So we had to talk about it, imagine something, and then to tell the group about it. That was the first step. Then when you've done that, so I think, so the girl that she was the recruiter, she was just walking around, she was watching what we were doing, how we were talking to each other's, and how do you present it, because you're two people, how do you present, because the two of us, we need to talk, and that's it. Then you go out, the second group goes, and then it's still the same. You wait. It's a long day. I think I was there from 8 in the morning to 7 p.m. something like this. It's a long day of waiting. And then your number is selected or is not selected. So my number was selected, and then you need to do, and then they do another group again. So from the previous group, there were 2 groups, and then they select this one, and they do a smaller group that they divide it as well by 2. So the first one goes in, and you're still in a circle, and at this moment they will call you one by one. So you're still seated, they will talk to you, explain you stuff, and one by one you will go to see the recruiters, and then that's the height process. So you need to remove all your shoes, and you need to be able to reach 212 centimeters with your hand. So they will put like a red sticker, and you need to be able to reach it with your hands. So you're allowed to go on tiptoes, but you cannot go like a ballerina, but you're allowed to go on tiptoes and to be able to reach this. I remember that one of the girls, the first girl that went in, she didn't reach it, and she was crying. And I was like, oh my God, like, you know, she tried 3 times, I think, to reach it, and she couldn't. And believe me or not, they told her, like, you need to do yoga, you need to practice. I thought, like, what is this, you know? But it's actually true. It does work. If you train your body to go really up, like I was a gymnast, so I know if you really train your body to go high, you will maybe manage to reach this 212 centimeters. And then they will take your height, so you need to be at least 160 centimeters. Yeah, then they will ask you a question about your tattoos. If you have any tattoos, it's okay, don't worry. They just have not to be visible when you wear the uniform. So they will give you a paper with a kind of a map of your body, and then they will check if your tattoos are visible or not. So don't worry, a lot of people have tattoos. I have a tattoo myself. Sorry guys, my camera keeps going down, and now I just changed the SIM card, so it should be okay now, hopefully. So yeah, and then the tattoos, and then it will ask you how many language do you speak. So just say that. So they want you to say the language that you can write and speak. So then I will advise you to tell the truth, because then when you join in Dubai, you will have to declare it for real, and they will remember what you said. So yeah, one goes one by one, and then she comes back, and then it's a second test. The test that that day that I had was so now you are in a big group, and everyone is in the same group, has to participate. And I remember the thing that they gave us, it was like, I think you were like a company who were renting a car, and you had different people. So I remember, I think it was a group band, a pregnant lady, an old lady, a father, a son, I don't know. You were like this renting car company, and you had to choose only one person. So in this test, you had to talk with everyone and choose one. So she was just listening to the group and how do you manage. So I think what they want from you is that you have to not overstep over people. Let everyone talk, and I think what they are looking for is, because what they teach us every day at work, or what they teach us when you go to a training college, is that to acknowledge people, acknowledge the person that is speaking to you. When you go on board, they always tell you, like, if someone has a problem, if a customer comes to you, you need to acknowledge what they say. So if someone says, like, in a group, like, I think it's better to take the pregnant lady, because you would say, I understand, I agree with you, but, or blah blah blah, you know, and try to communicate with the people, to agree with them, to listen to them, not to be the only one speaking, or not to speak at all, to be shy, and just to look at everything that's going. They don't want you to talk a lot. One sentence is enough, because there's lots of people in the group. And they obviously they look at your English, maybe your body language. I don't really know what they're looking for. So then you go out, the second group is going, same process, you're waiting for your number. So you go, she goes out, she's gonna like post the list outside, you go look for your number. If your number is on the list, you go through. If your number is not on the list, it's time to go home. So now it's the last, and then it's the last test, I think, of the day. So when you pass all of this, it means that you're almost there, guys. So then you're gonna be seated. She's gonna talk about Dubai. Oh yeah, actually, in the very beginning, when you drop off your resume, at some point, I don't remember where, they are gonna talk to you about Emirates. So they're gonna like put something out there, like a little clip video about Dubai, about Emirates. They're gonna ask you questions. You don't have to answer. I didn't answer any. So like this, I think it's 200 people in the room, sorry, and you don't have to ask question on everything, because I remember that time there were people that they knew a lot of thing about airplanes and everything, and it was like, whoa, I don't know anything about it out there. Anyway, that was in the beginning, sorry. So now they will talk to you again when you pass this group thing. So she was going to talk to you again and tells you the last test that you have to do is the English test. Writing, it's a writing test, and she will tell you like you almost there. Now the English test is going to confirm if you are going to go to the interview, final interview, or if your English is not good enough, you're going to go home. And she will explain to you, she will give you papers, she will explain to you what you need to fill out, and everything that you have to bring for your final interview. So then you go to the English test. I don't really remember, but I don't think it was very hard. If you're good in English, it's not something very hard. And everything is writing. I think you have an hour, if I don't make a mistake or something. I'm not sure about this. So that's the writing test. And then same process, you wait for your number, and my number was there. And then she will tell you if you want to do your final interview. So I remember we had 3 days of final interview, because she was the only one, she was the only recruiter. So I went on this open day, it was a Saturday, and there was like Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday I was working, so I just went the next day. But most of the people that I know from my batch and from the people that I know here in Dubai, they went on Monday and Tuesday. But I was working, so I went on Sunday. And I came back at night, and I had to do all the paperwork and everything for the very next morning. For this, I remember that they gave us like a paper. So you gave your resume, right? But they're gonna ask you to write your resume in one of the paper that they will give you, and it's like line by line. It's like in a nice board. So it's gonna be line by line, and don't do mistakes. I did one mistake, and then she had to clear everything, and it was like very stressful. I was like, wait, I just did one mistake, but the rest is correct. So just you will put like from 2010 to 2011, that's what I did, to 2011 to 2012, blah blah blah, everything very correctly, because she will ask you a question about, for me, she asked me a question about almost every job that I did. So you go to the final interview. In the final interview, she didn't ask me any question about Emirates. That was for me, but I've heard from other of my colleagues that they had a question about Emirates. So I would recommend you to learn a little bit about the company, just go on the Emirates.com, Wikipedia, I don't know, read about what people are saying about the company, and just in case if they ask you a question about it. For me, she didn't ask me none of those questions, but she did ask me about everything that happened in the job description that I did. So she was like, it was like this, like, you in your life, you ever had like a problem with a customer, how did you deal with it? You had to cure a problem with one of her colleagues in this job, how did you manage it? So you need to give answers with saying like, well, when I worked there in 2010, when you can see on the paper that happened, blah 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 blah, how did I manage, blah blah blah. And she asked me also a question about the fact that you're going to live abroad without all your family, and how are you going to deal with it. And I remember I used to live 3 months, it's not living, but I used to be in Australia for 3 or 4 months, and I told her like Skype was my best friend, and she was laughing, and that's how I was dealing with it, by communicating with the social media. And what else did she ask me? Basically, she was asking me about all the experience that I had, and she was not telling me like, did you ever encounter, no, she said like, in your previous job you had to encounter those stuff, and how did you deal with it? So you will have to tell the truth. So if you're like inventing some stuff in your resume, I would recommend you to have like a background, like to have an history in your mind, because they will definitely ask you about something like this. And I think that's it. I think after that I just went home and I was waiting. 2 weeks later, I saw on the website that I was almost succeeded. There was one sentence that I don't remember, I'm sure it's out there in internet, that was saying like, you almost go through, and one of my friends, they were all telling me like, it's okay, you're accepted, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, but I'm not gonna celebrate until I have the golden call. And maybe a month later or a few weeks later, I don't remember, I had this golden call. So basically they call you and they tell you basically you have been selected to join Emirates, basically. And then the whole process go through, and they will send you tons of paper that you have to fill out, medicals, you have to go to the dentist, pictures, you have to do nice pictures. That was trouble too. So I suggest you to go to a photograph, because my pictures was done at home, the previous one, but those ones they really want like a professional stuff. They will send you exactly the pictures that you have to do. So it was a casual one, and the one in uniform, let's say, which not their uniform, but with a skirt and a nice white blouse, sorry. And pictures, all the medical stuff, and a bunch of papers that I don't remember. And then Emirates will send you, when you do all this process, so sending back, they will send you stuff, you have to send it back, send you stuff, send it back. Emirates will send you your tickets, and they will pay for your ticket. So you will go for free into Dubai. And then when you're arriving in Dubai, don't worry, they will take care of everything for you. Yeah, so if you want another video about the process when you are in Dubai, how is it working, the training college and everything, just let me know in the comment down below. I'll be happy to do another video. I think this one is always long enough, and it's another topic. So if you just want to see another video, just let me know, and I will be willing to do another video about this. If you have any question about how the process is now through Skype, I can ask my colleagues. I know that we're not aware about all of those stuff, because that's we already in the company, so nobody in the company are the recruiters anymore. They're not working with us. It's a different department, so we kind of don't know about what's going on. But I'm sure some of you out there maybe had passed, because this interview on Skype. because new joiners are coming in April, so next month. And yeah, that's it. If you are very interested about joining the company, just go on emiratesgroupcareer.com and you will find all the answers that you look for, I'm sure, on the website. And I just wanted to do like a big disclaimer. I know that when you watch all of Instagram, actually if you don't follow me on Instagram, you just can go, it's the same name, the Blue Plains Girl, and I post a lot of pictures out there. But I just want to tell you that Instagram is not the real life, guys. It's beautiful pictures, we do travel the world, it's an amazing experience, that's for sure, but it's not the real life. It is a job. Don't forget about this, that it's not the easiest job on earth. You are dealing with human beings, and human beings are not always very nice people towards each others. So it's not, you're not coming here on holidays, vacation, perfect life, no. It's a different world, it's a different, Dubai is very different from my world, because I'm from Europe, and we have completely different traditions and completely different laws and everything. So just be aware of that, and don't think that Dubai is only pool, beach, party, and only traveling. We do work, okay? That's all I can say, guys. If you really think you're able to leave abroad, to leave everything behind, your family, your friends, and come to a new world, a new place, new adventure, please join us. And if you like to be on a plane for lots of hours, if your dream is to visit the world, that's the best job that you can have on earth to do that, I believe. Except if you're like a YouTuber traveling, that's even better, I think. You're very lucky. But being paid to travel the world is one of the best things that it can be. And yeah, that's very nice. But don't forget, it's a job, and it's not an easy job. And that's it. So I hope this video is not too long. If you liked it, if you want to see more, please like this video, like the second know if you like this type of videos, or if you want me to do only vlogs. And you can follow me on Instagram, it's the Blue Plains Girl. Stay tuned for more videos on YouTube, and that's it. Join us to wear this red hat, the red army, as they call us when we go through the airport. They always call us that, the red army. And I'll see you in the next video, and I'll wait for your comments down below to ask me anything. I'll try to answer you either on Instagram or on YouTube. Bye, guys.